Mm. Ho trovato un nascondiglio.
In this letter, Mortimer Goswick does nothing to hide his desire to die. I could give it to his mother, but doing so would betray his trust.
It's locked.
Sì, ma a noi frega davvero qualcosa, carissimo? Allora, da quello che ho letto, questo seghetto dovrebbe diventare un'arma molto, molto potente. Sì. O diventerà. Devo avere 6 di queste cose qui. Altra cosa. Rupara comune. Ok. Così da dare assorbimento.
Lisa, can't let you through. Dive! Get out, you man! Get it! Come on! Back to the shadow! Die, vermin! That leech is full!
Ora. Quello ci sta ignorando. E anche spento il telefono. Perfetto. E non siamo questo tipo di persone.
Ain't safe here for a gentleman. Better go home, sir. Stop now! Burn it, boy! It's a leech!
Ora è morto. No? Adesso sì. No. Devo andare ad affrontare gli scavi. Come... E questo è il boss. No! Stavo grattando il fottuto... No, ma... Sto rompendo un po' il cazzo però. Sì. La stamina, mi va troppo giù la stamina, è una cosa assurda. Cioè io posso fare 3 attacchi, basta. Ma che cazzo? Non pensavo nemmeno fosse un boss. È veramente molto frustrante, veramente molto. Abituato a Dark Souls almeno dove 5 attacchi si davano, ma 3 così da... Per un cazzo di gioco dove non c'è la parata, dai. Che nervoso. Cos'è? Nasco direttamente nella boss fight? Ricarica la stamina. Ma non si può schivare questo attacco. Guarda qua, guarda come si fa a schivare. Si spawna dietro sto figlio di puttana. Oh, oh, il personaggio. Alleluia. Oh, oh, oh. No, 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 no. Il lock, il lock. Il lock mi ha fatto morire il lock. Me dà veramente sui nervi sto gioco di merda, vaffanculo. Veramente sui nervi. Cioè, è tutto un altro gioco adesso. Prima ci stava, era difficile, ma adesso è tutt'altra cosa. Ci sono overlivellati rispetto a me, io sono un 13, questi qui sono 18, 19. Che rottura di cazzo sto gioco. Ma veramente. Sai cosa faccio adesso? Madonna. Invece del calderone di sangue metto la rabbia. Invece di coagulazione metto... Cos'era? C'era l'altra skill. Dove? Dove? Oh. Non ho preso quella skill io, scusate. C'ho di sangue, vertigini. No, l'ho presa a quanto pare. Ho capito che c'ho bisogno di sangue. Ok. Dai, proviamo a farla così, se non va non va, se muoio muoio, sti cazzi. Arrivarci piano e voglio stordirlo per poi mangiarmelo. No, devo levarlo il lock perché sennò so cazzo. Bello io. Guarda. C'ho la rabbia attiva. Boh, io non ho capito che cazzo è sta skill. Vabbè, ovviamente lui riesce sempre a fuggire comunque. Non si fa stannare. E rotti i coglioni, muori. La lupara funziona sempre. Lupara for the win.
Opium is one of the main ingredients of Strickland's medication. Never a good move.
Sti cazzi tuoi. Un calderone di sangue è meglio. Vedo che qualità. Quindi stiamo andando a fare una boss battle. What? Lettera di accompagnamento. Ok, personaggio che non conosciamo, perfetto. Penna inchiosto. Scellini immagino. No, un bracciale. Scellini anche. Sono qui il coglione. Coglionazzo. Non ci possiamo nemmeno parlare.
Heartens me to know you can't see.
Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed. May I ask you a few questions?
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I don't have any money for you leeches.
I'm not here for charity, Miss...
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want
Cox.
then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
Can I see what you have to sell?
As long as you have money, I'll show you all I have.
Ok. Ah, vero, aspetta. 5.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you want?
You still use your husband's name, Edwina.
Ho
Why is that?
capito
Why shouldn't
lei
I?
chi è?
Maybe a bloody bastard, but I'm still his wife and his name
L'abbiamo
means something
ucciso.
around here.
Are you aware of
ucciso il
what
marito.
happened to him?
Yes. I'm sure he fought till the end and looked death in the eyes. The boys will mourn him. Except one of them, maybe.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
You sound like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That is a new low.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
Honest.
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence and threats.
Un po' strano la
What can you
ragazza.
tell me
questa
about your
signora.
work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
I'm not interested in a career in the criminal underworld, Miss Cox.
Fair enough. Stay away from us then, if you don't want to get hurt.
Sì, sì.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that concerned by threats, knives, or even bullets, if you must know.
That's exactly what that stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked one of us. Booth and I reminded him a bullet beats words every time.
Vabbè, quindi deve morire sto qua allora, Boot Digby di merda.
What can you tell me
No,
about this
sbaglio.
part of town?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
Tell me about the man you and Booth killed, Edwina.
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution. There's nothing else to say.
And your conscience is clear. You kill without hesitation.
Violence is an efficient tool, Dr. Reed, when used properly.
So you decide who lives and who dies, just like that.
Yes, Doctor. Just like that. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm saying it's my way of dealing with troublemakers.
What happened exactly?
I don't know and I don't care. One of ours was killed by
Ah,
that
comunista. Ok,
communist
facciamo anche
bastard,
scena politica in
but it
questo
didn't
giro.
drag
Va
for
bene.
long.
So you have no idea what really happened, but you executed him anyway.
No one messes with the wet boot boys, Doctor. This is our
Con
territory and
i
this is our
stivali
law.
bagnati, ricordiamoci.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint. I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Ok.
Goodbye, Miss Cox.
Good dog's fault, they say. Then the epidemics,
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's your hair. And who are you?
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on
Ma
our
questo è quello che
streets.
mi
So you won't
ciccia.
tell me
Mi-
your name, then?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two of your bones, just so you remember it.
È un 4, ma peccato, guarda.
I know you're looking for an honest job, Booth. You're tired of this criminal life, aren't you?
It's just an idea. Edwina loves to run things so much. You can never really leave the gang. Wet boys for life, you know.
Tell me about the man you killed, Booth. What happened?
One of us had been killed, so we had to retaliate. That's the whole story.
There has to be more to it than that.
No, really, one of us got killed, so the killer had to die. That's how things have always been done round here. No one gives a shit.
Questo è strano.
I think you're wrong. Maybe the docks have always been violent, but you can't say the living don't suffer because of it.
And then what? Let the commies and the anarchists rule? Nah. We're the wet boot boys. Our fathers died on these docks and they belong to us.
Dubito. Spero che muoia.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us. We give people what they need, and we control this borough.
Well, you're not doing a very good job. People are still dying here like everywhere else.
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time. And Edwina says if we can find more guns, we could be more efficient.
More efficient? Really? You should probably tell Edwina that guns are useless against diseases and infections.
Incredible. You know what? You're lucky she can't hear you right now. She's more smart than patient. My sweet queen of the docks.
Are you some kind of vigilante patrolling these streets at night?
Something like that, but the police aren't in charge here. We are, see?
So you're a concerned criminal, is that it?
Using funny jokes about me and my boys, are you? Fuck. You must have some balls.
I saw many men like you during the war, Mr. Digby. Greedy little cockroaches who feed on despair.
I could kill you for saying that. But, nah. You've been a soldier. I can respect that.
So, tell me about your gang, then.
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want me to answer that?
Well, yes. You seem so proud of your status. Why not tell me who you're working for?
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The Wet Boot Boys work for me. All of them. Situation round here is better than other districts because of us.
Troppo conflitto di interessi comunque. Vabbè, sentite, io non c'ho... No! La domanda più importante non l'ho fatta.
Do you know where I can find Sean Hampton? I need to talk to him.
The sad saint. Why on earth do you want to talk to him?
He was one of my patients at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cunt. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean Hampton well.
Grazie.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
The gangs, the epidemics, everyone's throwing the blame.
Mark my words. These murders are the work of a...
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You'd best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime.
Io c'ho una vecchietta.
Vanishes.
Wait.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you some questions, if I may.
Don't like questions. Or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
Che nome da sfigato.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
A shithole filled with maggots. Liars and thieves, all of them.
Is there no one who deserves your leniency, then?
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen without opening his trap.
Are you thinking about someone in particular?
Nope. Hate them all. Especially these petty, whining little shitbag beggars.
Vedi, questo qui è il feel di
your
molte persone, il
occupation?
mood
I
di
take
molte
care of my
persone.
mum. It's what I do. She's the only good thing in my life. Even though I don't treat her so good.
Sometimes it's hard to be a good son.
I just wanted to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God knows she deserves it.
You seem upset. Is something bothering you?
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
Vabbè, stai calmo. Tu
Any
c'hai
chance you can
problemi
help me
mentali
find
di alto
Sean?
livello,
The sad
complimenti.
saint. Why would you talk to that cunt?
Actually, that's confidential.
Really? Well, go ask someone else then. I'm sure Tom Watts will gladly answer you.
Vabbè, ok, devo andare a Tom Watts, va
Goodbye, Mr.
benissimo,
Fishburne.
ciao. Quindi vedete che questi qua proprio senso civico a 1000, eh. Sentiamo che questo è Tom Watts.
Hello, boy.
No,
Hello.
dov'è? Forse
Good
21.
evening.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear from me.
No, it's just that people prefer to avoid me.
Well, I won't. I'm a doctor.
No,
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
sei una persona di... bella.
Are you alone? Where is your family?
I don't have any. My parents are dead.
No,
So you have no home.
no, dai.
You're sleeping rough.
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
This city has abandoned so many of its children. It's tragic.
I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not related.
Che bel pensiero. Ecco, lui non lo potrò mai uccidere.
What do you do around here, Rufus?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy,
Praticamente ha
I've always
perso i
had trouble
genitori
remembering
e la
what I do and what I do.
persona, la vecchietta del tipo di prima la
What do
tratta come
people
se
say
fosse
about this
un
place?
ragazzo, tratta bene,
Things
per
have been
contento.
tense between the wet boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the docks.
What can you tell me about this region?
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since most people prefer to avoid me, it's pretty easy.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
Why do
Molto
people
triste.
avoid you?
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
Do you know a man
Molto
who lives
triste
in
sta
this part
cosa.
of town? A man named Sean Hampton. I'm looking for him.
Sorry, sir. I don't know a lot of folks around here. Most prefer to avoid me.
Well, I don't think you should talk to him. He may be very sick.
Thanks for the tip. You might want to check the Turquoise Turtle. It's a pub not far from here.
Sì, lo
Market knows
conosciamo,
everyone in these
siamo
parts.
stati all'inizio.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care.
Che bravo ragazzo, veramente, molto triste. Veramente molto triste.
Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed. Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not let me in?
Wow.
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. And yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in? I can't remember the last time I had a good sleep. I've been nothing but worry.
Ah, vedi, ti fanno entrare. Noi siamo molto, sai,
It's
fascinosi.
locked, all right.
So you have questions about the flu then?
Comunque è bellissimo anche
Yes,
questa
among
cosetta
other
qua.
things.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
May I ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
Schifo.
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope factory, but it closed before the war. I occasionally help at the night asylum, in exchange for food.
How do you pay the rent, then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
Did your husband die in the war?
Oh no, my Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
Triste.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you could just die in the gutter and no one will bat an eye.
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know, but it's most likely linked to the gangs if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
Vabbè, sarebbe comodo per le persone.
The orphan that regards you as a mother. Please tell me about him, Stella.
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy. Those people are so selfish.
Questa cosa veramente mi piange il cuore, però.
Years may have passed, but I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
I'm trying to locate Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where he could be?
You talking about the one everyone calls the sad saint? The man who takes care of the homeless?
The very same, Miss Fishburne.
I'm sorry. I don't know where his shelter is. But if you ask around, I'm sure you'll get your answer.
Lo fascinerò e lo
Goodbye,
ucciderò
Miss Fishburne.
comunque.
Take care of yourself.
Hampton ha ucciso a sangue freddo, non merita, cioè non si merita che io lo risparmi, sinceramente, con tutto il rispetto, ma sì, quello era pure senza tetto, però intanto ha ucciso una persona a sangue freddo. Io sono la vendetta incarnata.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton,
Sì,
vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the
un
East
po'
End.
vampiro.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm
Sì,
just another
è un
lunatic
cazzo di
howling
vampiro.
at the
Sì, lo sono, io
moon.
sono
I'm
di
not.
fronte a te, non mi
The
batti più.
bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan. I'd like to hear more about
Sto
these
cercando qualcuno che mi dia una mano con
A
la
man
mia
of
ricerca sulla
science?
schizofrenia.
Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
Have you heard of the Guard of Prewan?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone
capito.
join.
So you hunt alone?
Esatto, closer than you think.
Risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
Hai capito? E c'è ragione.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter.
Guarda, adesso
They're
lo
more
vorrei
of a
fascinare a
sanitary
ucciderlo
militia.
giusto proprio per fargli il trappolozzo. Vedo che è un livello 4.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
Dai,
How
dai.
do you identify a vampire?
Cioè, stiamo prendendo per il culo.
They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Ecco.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures yourself?
Of
Ha
course I
detto,
have.
eh?
What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
Ok.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
Rufus ha un'anemia che devo assolutamente curare.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts.
Vabbè, no, che andiamo da Tom Watts, ok, va bene, mi avete convinto, mi avete rotto il cazzo, va bene.
Goodbye, and good hunting.
C'è tutti, vai da Tom Watts, vai da Tom Watts, vai da Tom Watts, perché noi non siamo capaci di dirti una cazzo di cosa normale. Vai da Tom Watts.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
Avevo già detto. Whoops.
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
You're something of a figurehead around here.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles.
Oh.
Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
I see. So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Or something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
Bottiglia di gin
Since
risolve
I'm
sempre
here,
tutto.
is there anything I can do?
Perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. With the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back?
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know. Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
Beh, io mica ho detto che lo voglio fare, mi scuso. Oh.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
That's not that bad. Thanks to people like the sad saint of the East End.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
The important thing is I find him. Quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Ok.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts. Evening, miss.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy togs.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
Facciamoci i cazzi suoi.
Excuse my curiosity, but where exactly are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the color of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
Beh, allora?
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay.
Bombay.
And my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London. And here I am.
Glasgow. Glasgow è Scozia? O è Irlanda? Cazzo, non mi ricordo.
What can you tell me about this?
Glasgow è
People don't
Irlanda.
appreciate that line of questioning round here. You'd best be more careful with what you say, sir.
You look concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you
Scozia,
blind, or
okay.
worse. You best mind your step.
I have nothing to fear from the people round here, miss.
Yeah, I'm a brave woman myself, Dr. Reed, but I'd be a fool to think I'm invincible.
È pure
This
onesto.
place seems, how shall I put it, very colourful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
So this bar is neutral territory then?
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons I accepted the job.
Onesto.
Miss
Chiediamo anche a
Cavendish,
lei,
would you be
giusto
willing to
per...
help me locate Sean Hampton?
You better ask Tom, sir.
Why not answer me directly?
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir. Only Tom can decide who to speak to and what he'll say to them.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
Andiamo a tornare su a vedere la vecchia stanza di prima. Poi c'è una sola stanza comunque, bellissima sta altra cosa. Ti immagini tipo, oh, c'è una stanza, proprio una. Poi basta, finita le stanze. Questa è la Fishburne. Non c'è nessun altro? Wow. Questa cosa non mi convince.
Seems like the guard of Prewen is on Sean Hampton's trail.
No. Vado meno male. Staccalo! Staccalo! Le fiamme sono la cosa più inutile contro di me in pratica. Perché ovviamente mi fanno danno, però contro le altre cose. No! No, 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 no. L'ho preso. La Fireball con lui comunque. No, no. E qua?
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
Cos'è? Stai leggendo tutte le possibilità dei vampiri? Le stai mettendo a perfezione? Certo. Ora c'è uno scalla, for the win. Sono nomi del Pridwin. Io devo sviluppare, anzi 4. Sviluppare. Io posso per forza. Non è una scala? No. Ah, vero. Scala. Oh. Attaccalo. No, no, no. No, no, no.
Want some of this?
Ma niente. Ora.
This is not the place for you, sir.
Va bene. Siamo per qua allora. Vabbè. Cioè io sono andato qua dentro solamente per prendere il loot, ma che cazzo. Boh, non lo so che cazzo era, me l'hanno spazzato addosso. Onestamente, sinceramente non mi è piaciuto. Skull teletrasportatore a livello 17, io sono 13. 17, vedi. Ecco che è morto. Siamo qui, Potevi lottare. No, vabbè, non c'entra niente. Sconosciuto. C'è gente.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention for a minute?
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have time for men like you.
Have we met before?
No. But I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental of you.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
Perché?
You speak of strikes and class enemy. Am I right to assume you're involved in trade union activism?
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially when it's a woman.
Sì, comunque ho già detto di sì.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support you?
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide.
Comunista.
Me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
What can you tell me about this vicinity?
Tell you what, just spend a few weeks here, and then ask me that question again. If you're still alive, I mean.
You don't know me, Miss Paxton, and yet you see me as an enemy.
Oh, your manners, your clothes, your words tell me everything about you, sir. I know your kind, and you don't belong here.
Oh no, Miss Paxton, you really don't know my kind. You have no idea who I am.
All right, okay. No need to get all worked up.
If you have something to say, say it. I'm getting tired of all this.
Oh, you want information instead?
Parla di se stesso a terza persona, questa qui è una malattia, caro.
Like you at all, Doctor.
May I ask what you do for a living?
I'm killing myself scraping for a living. And you? Have you ever had to struggle in your entire life?
Why such hatred? Are you judging me by my clothes and my job?
Of course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even see your privilege. Lazy people like you disgust me.
Cosa provi?
As I told you, I'm a doctor. You have to work a lot to earn that title.
Oh, a doctor. Born with money in a nice house, were we? Was Daddy a banker or a doctor himself?
Possiamo dire che abbiamo fatto la guerra?
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
What is it you want? Does he owe you money? Has he displeased Your Royal Highness? I'm no snitch, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Tu mi sta già sul cazzo, ma tanto sul cazzo. 1100. Tu verrai ciucciata.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you?
Dai quello che mi sta simpatico.
Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town.
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
La sorella, la figlia? Penso la figlia, molto più giovane.
What can you tell me about this place? How are things here?
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself, you better watch your back, Mr. Reed.
Which local dangers must I avoid?
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of attention.
Well, I am not someone so easily.
Esatto, tu perché sai, sono un vampiro.
And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Sean Hampton's shelter. No one would dare to be violent there.
You really think I should go back to a safer place?
No. I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the wet boot boys. Those bastards are worse than the epidemic.
Is it not dangerous to work here at night?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The sad saint now provides me and my sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
What can you tell me about the sad saint?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton, the sad saint of the East End.
C'è un odio perché c'è quelle persone che vogliono cibarmi o sono stronze però hanno gente che l'appara intorno o non riesco, cioè...
It's a safe place for me and my sister.
Che adesso se io adesso uccido la sua sorella, lei pensa no, questo non è un posto sicuro. Dovrebbe pure andare in depressione, io non voglio.
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital, but he left abruptly.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a discreet and dedicated man. I'm sure you'll find him soon enough.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Sono 2000 XP queste due donne. E beh, io però che sto, vabbè, finché prendiamo i proposito di sodio e oppio. Però se prendiamo i scellini siamo degli stronzi, Ho trovato il bastardo. Sì, l'avevo trovato. Sto merdone di merda. Schifoso bastardo.
Why the long face, Doctor?
Ma sei palesemente.
It looks like we both have changed a lot. I must confess, it saddens me, Sean.
Put your faith in the Lord, Doctor. He has a plan for all of us. We may not always see it, but he does.
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Aren't you afraid of what you've become?
We are blessed, Doctor. Can't you see it? The Lord has made us able to walk amongst the plague and aid those that need it.
Bisogna ammazzarlo se pensa così, eh.
But you must drink blood now to survive.
No, not your scripture. Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day. So saith the Lord. I only need to eat flesh, no blood.
Why return here?
Bisogna ammazzarlo. È un male per la comunità
These people
adesso.
are my flock. You will always find me where I am needed.
And what about William Bishop? He tried to take care of you. But this hunger, this thirst, cannot be restrained.
Alas, poor William. He had a good soul, but was weak in spirit. He could not shake the thirst for booze, never mind blood. But have faith. My will is far stronger than his.
Invece io temo molto.
Wonders never cease. Scal managing an asylum.
And what of you? A vampire doctor? Meals laid out before you. Yet you restrain.
Perché sono una brava persona.
Aren't you afraid of what you've become?
We are blessed, Doctor. Can't you see it? The
Sembra sia una bella domanda questa qui.
Plague and aid those that need it.
Do you think this is a blessing when God's own house and holy symbols repel you?
If that is your burden, Doctor, so be it. But I do not fear the cross, nor am I forced to take the life of another. My kind doesn't share your imperfections.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
But you were close to her.
Of course. But she was lost, separated from the fold. She did not see the hand of the divine in my blessed
Ah, vedi, quindi l'ha ucciso.
So you claim Miss Jones' death was not by your hand, nor the other incidents at Pembroke?
Though Harriet was an angry, spiteful woman, she was one of God's creatures. I have nothing but love for all he has made.
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
I will not look kindly on you if you're trying to trick me.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I'll surrender myself to your judgment.
Già questo non mi fa presupporre niente di buono, Già questo. Ma che altro sai? Un rifugio. Parla pure, Chiara. No, erano diversi. E l'energia quella ci sa, questa qui è viva. Almeno non ce lo possiamo permettere, miglioramento. No. Devo migliorare questi tipi di passive. Sono appena arrivato a un livello 14. No, comunque non avevo gli occhi della rossa. Non ci sono tanti peggioramenti. A WhatsApp ci sono problemi principalmente. Top of the world. Abbiamo più vita dove possiamo giocare, però comunque dobbiamo investire i nostri scellini in miglioramenti di equipaggiamento. Si vede il basso damage. No, qui lo distruggiamo. Ecco. Così sono un po' tanti. Onesto. Non va bene. Meraviglioso. Sono quasi bianchi. Sì, ma quelli lì sono bianchi e verdi come se fossero umani, quella della Lady. Tizio che vuoi ammazzare. È il prete. No, sono particolari, però sono diversi da come li pensi tu, non sono uguali a quelli della tipa, di Asbury. Beh, ho detto qui lo urla, però nessuno lo sente. Che lui è debole agli attacchi corpo a corpo e ai colpi di pistola. Quindi se mi metto con questa cosa qui lo devasto. Infatti è stato debole ai colpi di pistola. Sono rimasti 3 colpi però. Lo siamo sistemati da... Sono arrivati dai coglioni. Cazzo aspetta. Oh, una rossa intendo rouge. Ah, sorry. Non ci ho fatto caso. Cioè, perdono, tutt'altra cosa. This is for the trader, for believers. On top of the world is insurgence. Gonna give you. Quando sono belli Papa Roach. Oh. Oh. Ah, finalmente zone piccole, strette. Ah, oddio. Se dobbiamo morire, moriamo. Comunque la pistola così è devastante, però... però mi scarica le munizioni in 20 secondi, non va bene questa cosa. Qui secondo me è da dove si uscirà poi. On top of the world.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work.
Ma ci volevo essere giusto sicuro del cazzeggio. No? Possiamo stare nell'acqua di fogna?
There must be a way to control the water level in this reservoir. I need to find the wheel.
Come on, this.
So that's it. These wheels control... That doesn't work.
Questa cosa fa abbastanza schifo. Dovrebbe aprire adesso. Giusto?
That doesn't work.
Perché no, non si apre? Ah. Che schifo. Abbiamo un problema, E come lo risolviamo? Non così. Ma c'era un'altra valvola in teoria, io l'ho vista. Però me la fa girare. Devo tornare indietro. Non può essere, andiamo un po'. Chi mi ascolta? Ah, che
It's
chiuso.
locked, all right.
Dimmi comunque, amore.
That doesn't work.
Allora. Aspetta, forse è perché dobbiamo... Apriamo questa. No, per curiosità. Che schifo.
That gate should shut properly now.
Che schifo, madonna. Sta cosa fa veramente schifo. Top. Scal. Teletrasportatore Scal, proprio oggi. Un corpo recente. Top of the world. Sempre un po' come tutti. Nelle fogne ci sono gli Skull, ok. Sì, c'è un fottutissimo Skull teletrasportatore di merda. Perché? No. Che schifo.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again. The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally! A touch of lucidity.
Perché lo stiamo affrontando? No, 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 non è una bella idea questa.
Respect the laws of Ascalon.
Allora. Cambia arma. È debole ai colpi da fuoco e da questo. Curati, caro. Bello. Gnamme gnamme.
Power you cannot comprehend.
Meno male mi sono allontanato. Lo sto facendo. Lancia. Me lo magno, me lo magno, me lo magno. Lancia. Aspetta. Lancia. No. No, no. Non ho stamina.
Down, stay down.
Wow.
Your blood is...
No, 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 no. No, no, no. Mangiamo, va. No! Lì.
I shall crush you.
Tu sei... Ero un storcazzo. Va bene. No, che schifo. No, brutta morte questa. Che schifo. Che schifo. Comunque ci ha mandato da questo schifo, il signorino di merda. Adesso non per... cioè... Che cazzo. This is for the thrillers, for believers. E continuo a non usare una skill difensiva perché sono ritardato a quanto capito. Ci sono due porte qua. Capito. Lasciarlo morto così a terra non è che sia molto... Sinceramente a me non mi convince, però vabbè. Scusami.
At least one skull escaped Fergal's wrath.
Vedrai riusciamo proprio a tornare dal...
The poor creature is bleeding to death. He cannot be far.
Di là o di qua? Uno scalo non dovrebbe potersi trasportare. Non è vero. Ok, torno indietro, mi ha convinto il gioco.
Safe we are, still. Drink.
Cal? Amichevoli?
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst. This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you.
Lo so, amore, siamo arrivati qua.
Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, vampire. But thank you.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Ekon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon. But I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves, if they had their way.
È un Velkan, tipo un Velcon. Mi sa con la V comunque.
They are known as
Vulcond.
an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
Vedi, ho studiato anch'io un pochino.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
So is it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
Sbagliato.
The guard of Prewan is hunting him. He is suspected of murder.
The Scars have always been hunted by humans and vampires alike. I teach them how to survive against the odds.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far
Chiara,
right
devi
of
darmi
this
un parere.
hideout.
Assolutamente mi devi dare un parere su Sean Hampshire, qualcosa lì. Hampshire. È un livello 8, quindi credo che non sia fashionabile. E questi sono Skull.
Keep your distance, Echo.
Sono Skull amichevoli. Wow.
Oh, Bridget, allow me to wonder.
Sicuramente noi non possiamo parlare con nessuno. Beh.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I've so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
How do you feel?
I can't see. I can't move.
Dai, così però non posso uccidere mai nessuno. Sono tutti buoni, che cazzo.
Dying over and over again.
Does the pain ever stop?
It is not pain I feel. It's like I can't stop feeling every inch of my body. But at the same time, each muscle and bone is the wrong place.
Have you tried to eat or drink something?
People here tried to feed me, but I'm just not hungry. I don't have the strength.
Strano.
Your room, the blood. What brought you to fake your death in such a gruesome fashion?
To see if I would be mourned.
Ah, strano.
Do you
Psicopatica
take
sta
pleasure
qua.
in causing so much pain and sorrow?
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the discarded.
Eppure eccoci qua.
Why flee with Sean Hampton?
Oh, it's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin. But the coward still won't kill.
Non è molto brava
I
lei
have a question
però,
of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
We are not dead, Harriet. Death no longer pertains to us. We are different.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before falling ill. Oh, he was an awful man. Disgusting and cruel. So cruel.
Shadows?
Non le credo proprio
Tell
sbagliato,
me what
secondo
you
me.
saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep
Sì, sì, no,
darkness. Quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me, and now it is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me
Vogliono
rest.
ammazzare. Beh. Ok. Beh, staccheremo qui. Sperando che comunque tenga. Beh, signori,